Alright, I am Tahuti Kepura Iteru. Now, this video right here, I want to deal with how to save the world. Now, this is probably going to be the most important video I've done so far. How to save the world. That's the big question. Everybody wants to know. Everybody's asking, how do we save the world? How are we going to save the planet? So let's deal with this. I want to give you this occult perspective right here. How are we going to save the world right here? So, before we get into that, we must first explain what the world actually is, right? What the world is, what reality is, how the world operates. Now, from an occult perspective, the world, or society in general, modern day society that we are used to, runs on something I like to call a cycle of pain. Let me deal with this. A cycle of pain. That's how the world runs. So let me break this down to you. So now, the cycle of pain begins with the guy who works in the field. So now, he goes through 8 hours of pain, right? Or not even 8 hours. He may do 10, 12 hours of pain, right? To mine those resources, get those primary resources for the society. He may go through those 12 hours of pain, and then that passes over to the driver, right? Who may then go through more hours of pain, right? To then get those resources to the factory. Then those factory workers then go through hours of pain to process those foods, process those produce to put into the foods, put into the different, products that they go into. Then shopkeepers then it goes to another driver who goes through more hours of pain to bring it to the shop, and then the shopkeepers got to go through hours of pain to put it on the shelves. Then on the shelves, the average person buys it, you buy it, right? So that way you can sustain yourself while you're going through your hours of pain at your place of work. So again, it's a cycle of pain. That's how the world runs. It runs in a cycle of pain, right? This is how it works. So now, how do you save the world? How do you save the world? And the question is, first of all, why do you want to save the world? Now, you may want to save the world because you may be at home right now, you're watching TV and you're seeing these adverts, these charity adverts dealing with people starving and people not having clean water and, all these different things, all these different problems in the world. But I want to break this down to you. Now, let me see, how can we start with this? Okay. Let's deal with, first of all, we got to understand from an occult perspective. You got to understand this. Now, water, even though you got to understand is that, again, yes, times have been based on modern times now, certain places now we have clean water, we got taps, we got running taps, things of that nature. But you got to understand, in the ancient world, it would have been the same way. That's the thing. It would have been, in fact, it would have been even worse, right? The only people who would have had the clean water would have had the people who were fortunate enough to live next to the streams, live next to the wells, and live next to the rivers. You see what I'm saying? They would have had the clean water, because based on the water and then the stream to the rocks and things of that nature, they would have had it. You see what I'm saying? So people not having clean water, that's been going on for thousands of years. People not having clean water, that's pretty much how it's been going on for quite some time. But it's only now that, based on the technology now, that you have the media coverage for it. Now you have the media coverage to be able to see it, you see. So a lot of problems that go on in this world dealing with, starving and things of that nature. Not on a mass scale how it is now, but a lot of starving, things of that nature, right? That's how it's been going on for quite some time. But it's only now that you've had the technology to even be able to view it and see what's going on. You see what I'm saying? That's what a lot of people don't understand, you see. Now, what you got to understand, the next point I want to go into now is, you got to understand this. The reason why you want to save the world is the same reason why you're even able to have empathy for other people in the world. It's the same reason. The reason why you have empathize and you want to save the world is because you're watching it on TV. But for you to even be able to watch it on TV, somebody has to go through that cycle of pain to give you that TV, and that's where we're going back to the cycle of pain. For you to be able to even see the problems of the world it's just that. That's the problem. You see what I'm saying? For you to even get that TV in your house to be able to sit there and watch the problems of the world is the problem of the world. That someone had to go through those hours of pain to even get the resources to give you that TV. You see what I'm saying? The reason why you have a TV for an affordable price is because somewhere in another world, another third world country, they were given a not so good price for that labor, for those resources. You see what I'm saying? The reason why you're able to have that nice, jewelry and that nice sofa for a good price is because somewhere in the third world where they got the resources to get that, they weren't given such a good price. You see what I'm saying? So the reason why you're able to feed your families and have such good families and, sustain your family so well where you right now is because somewhere in the world somebody else is not able to sustain their family that well. You see what I'm saying? That's a cycle of pain. You see what I'm saying? That's where it goes deep. You see, that's the cycle of pain. So the same reason why you want to save the world is just the same reason why the world is in the place or condition that it's in. You see what I'm saying? The privilege that you have to be able to sit there and complain about the problems in the world is the same reason why there's problems in the world. You see what I'm saying? So where the occult standpoint comes in is that the occultists understood is that the only way to save man, or the only way to save humanity, is to destroy humanity. The only way to save the world is to destroy the world. That's what you see right here. The only way to save the world is to destroy the world. Man is corrupted. So it's not that you got evil people in the world. Your entire physical composition is evil. You see what I'm saying? The reason why people are starving is not because, yes, it's because certain people are greedy and things of that nature, but the ultimate solution to starving is to remove the need to even eat. You're starving is because you need to eat. You're thirsty because you need to drink. But if you never had a need to drink, if you never had a need to eat, then hunger is gone. What is world hunger without the need to eat? What is thirstiness or thirst without the need to drink? So it's your own body that has betrayed you. Right now, that's some deep occultism right there. That's your own body has betrayed you. Not some next man in Congress or some next man and this billionaire of the world. It's not him. Yeah, he may be attributing to it. He may be contributing and he may be benefiting of it. But ultimately, it's your own body that has betrayed you here. So that's the ultimate problem of the world. So the ultimate solution, how to save the world, you must destroy the world. How to save the world must end. That's the ultimate reality. You see what I'm saying? That's what we're going into right here. That's the ultimate reality. Again, a lot of people you're not gonna get this video. A lot of people ain't gonna get this part. This may go over a lot of people's heads and things of that nature, but again, that's what advanced occultism is. You see what I'm saying? So again, just a quick video right here. How to save the world. So again, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this is good information. Alright, people. Thanks for watching.